Hello everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself. And today's the return of Nosurge. I've only checked out this game once, and I could be wrong about this, but I think it might be connected to the Tonelico series, which is known for its strange names and titles, like the ones we're hearing today, which are going to be Class EXPAJA from the channel Myra Slokov. But we're going to start off with this one, which is em-pyei-n vari-fen jang from the channel Zambamba, requested by Turnarclight and Justin. Well, let's just get into it. I don't remember at all what the music of these games sound like, but I do remember that they are vocal heavy. Okay. This is the first song. I think it's slowly coming back to me that there might be a made-up language in this game. It just changed.
Ночь, замыкая ладони, защити мою душу от боли, сохраняя себя, много ли мало, я сама от себя вновь убегала. Там, на границе обмана, я когда-то любовь потеряла,
Vocal melody.
позволяя принять в сердце сомнения. Мне хватило
Oh, it's a PS3 game.
только
I'm looking at pictures of it.
но новый день
Looks like a turn-based JRPG.
опустел без тебя и словно тень заслонила, ведь отпустить не позволит судьба, и каждый миг кричит она: полети туда, где поет душа. Жизнь тебе дала снова два крыла. Этот новый мир подарил любовь, чтобы в облаках лететь с тобой за тобой.
What a performance, at least. I have no connection to the song whatsoever, obviously, but I'm just kind of appreciating the musicality of it. Climactic feel. Very emotional. Her voice is really good because it can translate to any instrument very well. Just notice the guitar. I'm starting to think these games are like just either, is that a mandolin? either like highly emotional, or the music is very random, as in it almost doesn't fit. Song titles, everything, it just kind of, I don't know. I see like nothing but girl characters. Mostly. It's a really good song. I wish I knew what was happening. Whatever's happening here is a spoiler. Wow. I mean, she's really good. It might be that in the background, although it's kind of blurry. Oh. Lyrics by Origa and Name. Composed and arranged by Name. Vocal and chorus by Origa. Yeah. See, this is why I think, I'm pretty sure it's connected to Art Tonelico, just because they both start with AR. But I think that one also had like very strange names and everything. And it's a series I've had very seldom here. And I remember that, I'm going to be honest, each time the series came on the channel, I was always like mega confused, like more than usual, probably one of like the top 5 games I get confused about the most, just because of the wild song names and obviously the lack of context. But it's just, it all seems so strange. The entire thing seems strange. I'm about to look at the Wikipedia for the very first time to kind of maybe get a grasp. I just saw a couple pictures while the song was playing. It looks at a base level like a very traditional JRPG with turn-based. It's a lot of girl characters. But yeah, the whole like the song names, the multiple languages, question mark. And then everything I recall has been sort of like this highly emotional sort of ballad thing. I don't know if I've heard a song that's just kind of like I guess a traditional battle theme or field theme. I feel like everything I've heard has been very emotional. So it makes me think two things, what I said earlier, like either the game is just an emotional wreck from start to finish, or the game is quote unquote normal, but the songs have this like whiplash constantly. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm assuming really, but I'm getting this feeling of like the developers obviously, it seems like they made this game with like to kind of mess with your head, and then you have to dive into the game to obviously figure out what's happening, which may or may not be the case. Before I go into the next song, apparently this is a whole title here. Nosurge Ode to an Unborn Star. I didn't even see that until now. I hope that's not another game, but it's a Japanese role-playing game developed by Gust. Oh my gosh. What are the I was going to say this. This is one of those times where I'm like, damn it, I should have said it. And I should have said it. I just had Gust. I just featured Monokemia, and that's Gust as well. And I was literally about to say during the song, I'm like, it kind of reminds me of Monokemia because it's like a bunch of girl characters and the this is so funny. But the battle scene I saw in Google, it reminded me of Monokemia. I should have said it. Damn it. That would have been like a aha moment. Okay. So developed by Gust and published by Koei Tecmo, which I'm pretty sure is the same company, or like they got bought out or something. Directed by Akira Tsuchiya. The game takes the anime art style of Gust's flagship Atelier video game series and puts it into a science fiction space opera type setting. Damn, I really need to start like just saying my gut instinct, but sometimes I just feel like it's gonna be stupid, you know? Well, the thing is, I mean, yeah, like I'm always honest and saying my reaction, but the thing is, when a song like that is playing, I kind of want to give like its respect and just let it play. And you know, I'm assuming you all have a connection to the song, which I don't, so I kind of just try to shut up as much as I can. But this whole time, I could have been like, oh yeah, it looks just like Atelier Monokimia. While playing as an RPG, the game is very story heavy, with virtually all gameplay mechanics feeding into the overall plot, including many segments playing as an interactive visual novel. I could see that. That makes a lot of sense. Designed with player immersion as a core concept. I kind of seem to have hit the things that I was like saying and thinking. The player actually plays as themselves, using their video game console as a means to communicate with characters as themselves, while otherwise controlling characters as one typically does in a video game. The game alternates between following two sets of characters, Delta and Casti, and Earths and Eon, as they work through issues related to the hostile race known as Sharl that are antagonizing the space station that humanity currently lives on, while working through many of their own personal issues of their past. Holy moly. This thing is an experience, regardless. Okay, now that I know that, now that I know everything that I was pretty close on, let's go into the next song. What the heck? Okay, this one is class EXPAJA. EXPAJA? See, when I see a J, my Spanish brain immediately makes an H sound, so I'm guessing it's EXPAJA. Okay. So it's Gust. Okay. Let's see if it's gonna be another emotional song. Oh, we got English. I feel like if I read the lyrics, I'm gonna be confused even more. I feel like Gust makes games for like a specific audience. So like if you like one of the Gust games, you probably like all of them. Is that a safe bet? And it sounds like, from what I just read, that Monokimia is like the main game, and then everything else kind of branched off that, maybe. It's cool. Sounds like a boss theme. Reach the heavens like a steel arrow, tear apart the skies. Poetic. Wow, this is good. I don't know the composer of this game. Let me see. Does it say? This has to be a battle tune. Come on. Wow, I can't spell composer. Daisuke Ichiwa and Kazuki Yanagawa. Damn. This sounds like a song sang in first person. Maybe the person you're fighting? Damn, dude. This song is powerful. There's been almost zero dynamic in the song so far, because I'm looking at my levels and the volume has been the same the whole time. It hasn't like... It's just been sitting here in this energy this whole time. I'm waiting for it to move. Probably right here. Barely moving. Yeah. I'm gonna bet everything this is a boss team. I'll even go as far as to say that these games are an acquired taste. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It just feels that way to me. And I'll tell you why in a second, when it's done. Damn, dude. Like, that's impressive no matter which way you slice it. The opera vocals and everything. Male, female choir, and the main vocal, and the violins and the drums. It sounds like a prayer to me. Or maybe not an acquired taste. Maybe I meant to say underrated. Gosh, it's so bombastic. And the levels finally went down. You know, I'm not gonna lie. That might be a very unique case on the entire channel where the levels or the song are completely stagnant the entire song. The energy was just boom as soon as you enter, and it just stayed there until the last 2 seconds. And the reason I'm saying that is because you know, my little recording program, I can see my levels, right? My every time I talk, it's like do 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 do, and then the audio from the game, this was just like this, just not moving. So yeah, the thing that I was gonna say about, well, first my initial thought was maybe the reason I said an acquired taste, and the only reason I said that is because basing it off of Artonelico, which again was a while ago. Admittedly, I've said that they weren't my favorite songs because, what did I say? It was something along the lines of like, they're good songs. You know, they weren't bad songs. Bad songs meaning like out of tune, out of key, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. They weren't bad songs. They're written well, they're composed well, etc. You guys know the deal. But I was so confused and they were so weird that, if anything, it's just kind of not fair because I feel like I'm concentrating so much on just what the hell is going on. You know, like I'm a naturally very curious person. That's why I ask so many questions. But the whole song, like I couldn't even like during the Artonelico ones, I couldn't even like focus on the music. I was just so like, huh? So that's what I meant initially by acquired taste. Now I kind of shift that into more of a underrated thing. And the reason I'm saying that is because, I mean, I also doubt the games are bad too. You know, they obviously have a fan base and all that. The reason I say that is because the past, let's just say 3 years of my life doing this, obviously I started to dive into some games. I've been on Twitch for a long time, but mostly a viewer. I stream here and there. But lately in the past 2-3 years, I've been getting back into streaming because of the music of these games and discovering the games and all that. And most of those games have been RPGs, JRPGs, Final Fantasy, Wild Arms, Chrono Trigger, Legend of Dragoon, about to do Octopath, Xenoblade Chronicles, right? It's been mostly, and then Nier, it's been mostly JRPGs. So what I'm getting at is in the Twitch communities, I meet people and start to kind of see the chats and what they say. They talk about other games. And there seems to always be kind of like a normal occurrence of games mentioned all the time. Chrono Trigger is always one of them. Yeah, stuff like that, right? I never, ever hear anyone talking about Gust games. Especially the our Nosurge games. Again, it's just, the relevant communities you're in. So obviously I hear a lot of FFs and that kind of stuff, but still, like, I never hear anyone talk about Gust. So either I just haven't found them yet as far as Twitch goes, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like maybe they're underrated, but also, again, based on how I felt before these two songs even started, they feel a little kind of like hard to grasp. I think these kind of games, and I'm not saying anything in a bad way, I'm saying this as probably what you've experienced as a fan. These might be one of those genre of games where you have to kind of convince people to play them. They're a little standoffish. When I saw the box art and I see these song names, my immediate thought is just like, okay, cool. I'm probably not going to play it, but okay. And I think that might be the case. I think you have to kind of... And I think that the same goes for Monokemia too. Like every time, like the Monokemia comments are always like, "Oh my god, yes, finally this game, sick, woo!" It may not get like hundreds and thousands of views, but that's the cool thing about doing this channel is I don't really care about views. It's just more about discovering what's out there musically and the games I'm never going to play. And a lot of that music is really, really cool, And both of these are really interesting to me because they were two completely different things. One was highly emotional and beautiful, even though I had no idea what was happening. And then the next one was out of the gate energy with the violins and the percussion and everything, and just felt like an entirely different game. So it's a lot. I feel like it's just a lot of things to process when it comes to Gust, and I think that's kind of, it seems to be their thing. They're like mysterious games that you just have to play to understand. Maybe they don't really. I mean, of course, everyone wants to have people play their games, but maybe you never know. There might be that one founder who's like, I don't care about people playing our games. I want the right people playing our games. It's just an assumption, but you never know. These are bold things that I would have to assume doesn't catch the mass population's eyes. Just a guess. Let me know your experience. You guys are the ones that are playing these, but these are cool. I think these are probably the best pair of songs I've heard in the not the Gust series, but in the AR series. Yeah, so awesome. We always like a good comeback story. It happened with Monster Hunter. I didn't like Monster Hunter music, and now I'm like, yeah. Thank you very much, Turn Arclight and Justin. Always very fun. Also, Turn Arclight's been here for a very long time, and just wanted to give a shout out to them for showing me so many cool things quite a bit. So, yeah. Thank you to all my patrons I see on screen. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. I'll see you next time in the auditorium later.